So the future of the R6 marketplace is kind of now up in the air, and I don't even know if it's going to come back at this point. Ubisoft did give us an update during one of their community checkpoints, not the last one, but the one before that, and the kind of current news is it will be back when it's back sort of thing. But ever since the launch of Operation System Override, the current season we're in, which we've only had for less than 2 weeks, there's been some decisions made with this season which is clearly going to have an impact on the marketplace, and honestly can kind of be interpreted that the marketplace may not even return. Now I want to say Corey Ross made a video about this as well, but it's a sentiment which I've agreed with and shared since the beginning of the season. But like what he also rightfully said, there's been another thing which has happened in the past few days which has further put the status of the marketplace in jeopardy. And I'm of course talking about bundles which are returning, because it's not like it's just low-level bundles which are returning to the store. These are major marketplace bundles which are now back just for everyone to purchase. And I'm not saying that in a cynical way. I personally do not care for exclusivity for items like this. I think having exclusive items for siege events for attendees, or, you know, special challenges you do, or partnerships, I think, yes, having them rare is a really cool thing. But bundles which were simply just out a while ago, I see no issue with bringing them back. However, that's what the marketplace was the answer to. It was the answer to bringing back old battle pass skins, bringing back old bundles, old event packs. But since the release of Operation System Override, we've seen all of those things now come back as permanent bundles in the store. When this season released, and still available to now, all the bundles that were in the Year 11 Season 1 Battle Pass, so last season, Operation Silent Hunt, can now be purchased as bundles in the store. So the Psycho Mantis bundle for Smoke, the Metal Gear Solid 1 bundle for Snake, and even the Ayana bundle. And I wasn't as concerned when I saw this, because these bundles were significantly more expensive to buy them all as individual bundles as they were to earn them through the Battle Pass last season. So that kind of meant, hey, if you got these bundles for the Battle Pass, you got them all at a significant discount. So I was like, okay, don't really see an issue with this. And these are Metal Gear Solid skins. Well, the Ayana one isn't, but the Snake and the Smoke one were. So I just thought that as a collaboration thing. Maybe there were some rules there that it had to be readily available to players. And also, Solid Snake is a hyped character. You want to have the Metal Gear Solid 1 bundle available for, you know, people coming in to play Snake. So I kind of overlooked that and was just like, yeah, maybe this is a licensing thing with Konami, and, you know, it was still cheaper if you got it through the Battle Pass. I didn't really think too much of it. However, it wasn't just those skins which were re-released. Onami, one of the most popular skins in the game, and, you know, was selling for upwards of 30,000 R6 credits at one point on the marketplace, is now just out as a bundle in the store. And listen, again, I'm not salty that this is, you know, losing value, because it's just a virtual skin at the end of the day. However, that is one of your strongest skins in the R6 marketplace, which is now back in the in-game store for everyone. Not only that, another seasonal item from that season, which was Red Crow, is back in the store as well. And now, as of this video's upload just a few days ago, the Assault and Hereford base event skins for Striker and Sentry, which were really popular skins, and so many people were always asking me, how do I get these skins? I can't wait for the marketplace to return. I want these Striker and Sentry Carries Legion skins. And I actually want to interrupt here, because I'm actually re-recording over this existing recording, because you may notice in the background, there's actually way more skins here now than what I was talking about in this initial recording you just heard. Because since yesterday, since I booted up the game, there's now even more Assault and Hereford skins. You can see this Carries Legion one with like the red skull, which is a really nice skin. I honestly recommend picking that one up. But that's back. You've got the seasonal one, which came with the Blackbeard stuff. There's even more old seasonals as well. You may see in the background here as well. So even just from yesterday, there is now even more seasonals here. And what I speak about after this re-recording bit still applies, but this adds even more weight to what I'm about to say as well. So I thought that was worth knowing. So when you have Battle Pass items returning as bundles in the store, you've got rare old seasonal weapon skins returning as items in the store, and now you've even got event skins returning outside of those events coming back themselves. It does put the entire existence of the marketplace in jeopardy, because that's what the marketplace was the answer to. It was your way to get these old skins. It was also a way to make profit on skins. It was a player buying and selling system, and allowed people to get skins they missed out on. And I think this is, you know, one of two reasons here. I think reason one is the marketplace is coming back and Ubisoft still need to sustain their market, and there's a lot of analytical data in the background which sees that these skins are in demand. If they sell them right now, it can tide them over until the marketplaces return, and then when the marketplace returns, we'll kind of be back to our old schedule. But of course, these skins may not have, you know, the same level as they did once more. I think the other thing, actually, I said there's two things, technically there's three things. I think the other thing here is that they know when the marketplace is coming back, and this is a strategic, again, analytical thing, because this isn't just, like what Core Ross said, he made a great point, and I agree. This isn't just one dev saying, hey, I think we should bring these skins back, boom, these skins are back. This is an entire microtransaction, deep data of millions of players, of X, Y, and Z, of, you know, all the income this game makes, all of this, spreadsheets, everything. You know, they're not silly. They know how to make their money. This is a full passed off decision that we should bring these skins back. So I think there is a potential here that they know when the marketplace is coming back, and what they're trying to do when they're re-releasing these skins is managing the sort of hit which is going to happen when that marketplace does return, because the marketplace has been gone for months. It's still probably going to be gone for months. People are eager to see it back. People have R6 credits saved. People know what skins they want to sell. People know what skins they want to buy. You know, just look at even, like, you know, when the markets open outside of Siege, just in real life markets, there's a lot of stuff when it comes to demand and stuff like that. Now imagine that the market's been closed for potentially even a year. It's going to be a very different ecosystem and economy once it opens. So this could be a strategic move on Ubisoft's microtransaction part of managing the amount of money, the amount of credits which are going to pass through the marketplace when it reopens, based on player demand of skins and what it was like before, and, you know, popular skins, how many people are running these skins when they own them in the inventory. It's likely all that data come together, so they understand that when they reopen the marketplace, they're not going to have one skin which completely messes with their entire economy, if that makes sense. So that is a potential reason as to why they're doing this stuff. A third reason, and this would be the sucky reason, is that the marketplace is simply never going to return, and this is going to be our new alternative. Simply seeing skins come back with less rarity, however, you have more player availability. So instead of you saying, hey, I want this old Assault on Hereford base Carries Legion skin for Striker, let me check on the marketplace. Okay, this person's selling it for this much, so many people go to buy it, price goes up, player demand X, Y, and Z. You know, maybe that doesn't happen. It's just, hey, I want this Carries Legion skin for Striker. Oh, cool, there it is in the store right now for 1600 R6 credits. Cool, I'll buy this. There we go, I have the skin. Both ways, Ubisoft are still making their money, because again, the marketplace, you know, it's a profit for Ubisoft. That's why there is a credit fee. They understand how their ecosystem works. It's a very smart thing, you know. Again, I think people write them off a little bit. And of course, I mean, the amount of headlines there are, I can understand. But, you know, microtransaction team, all these people, they're not stupid. They know what they're doing. They know how to make money. That is what the marketplace is. The marketplace, you know, is player demand, but also takes R6 credits out of the ecosystem, so eventually you have to add more. You know, they win at the end of the day. No company would introduce a system where they would run at a loss. So that's why my second point was a thing. Like, this could be them managing the market before it opens up, so they don't get hit on different ways. Again, all statistical, analytical stuff in the background. Or, I mean, this does... You know, it could be a reality. This is simply just going to be the alternative to the marketplace, and we never see the marketplace again. If you want these skins, all right, we'll just release them as bundles. I mean, they still make their money. Players still get their skins at the end of the day, potentially even for a cheaper price, depending on what the bundle is. Like Onami, for example. Many people who are outpriced with Onami in the marketplace now get it at a cheaper price, likely. Or if you look at Striker and Sentry skins, many people who want that, and maybe they could have got it cheaper in the marketplace, but now Ubisoft are getting more credits for it when people are buying it through the store. So it's a double-edged sword, but it isn't just like, you know, a simple system. They know what they're doing. So, you know, there isn't any, you know, words saying that the marketplace isn't coming back, but I'm just trying to be realistic here and look at all the options here. So, like I said, option one, this may just be to tide people over until the marketplace comes back. They have margins to hit. This is that sort of, hey, we're just filling the gap until the marketplace comes back. Here's some skins people are in demand of. Cool, we get our profits for this, you know, quarter, X, Y, and Z. 2, this could be them strategically, you know, putting these skins into the ecosystem, so when the marketplace comes back, it doesn't hit them as hard, and they can have a better control of the market. 3, the marketplace simply isn't coming back, and this isn't a temporary fix. This is a permanent fix now for these skins being back in the ecosystem and in players' hands. So at the end of the day, it's a tricky situation. I think from my perspective, as long as people can get the skins that they want, that is what's most important. The best way of doing that was the R6 marketplace. If that is just something we don't get back, I do at least like the alternative of the skins being in the shop available to players. But best case scenario, at least in my opinion, is of course the return of the marketplace. So yeah, I mean, I guess that was my 2 cents on the whole matter. But what do you think? Do you think the marketplace is doomed? Do you think it's coming back? Do you think this is all just a strategic thing? I mean, regardless of what the outcome is, this is a strategic thing. I mean, exactly. Like they know what they're doing. But we don't know what they're doing is the thing I'm asking here. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think? Sub if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one.